Undercover cops, plainclothes police. We hear about these units and assume they're inherent to police departments across the nation. And because of that, they must exist for a reason, right? Well, if there's anything we've learned with regards to policing in the past few years, it's that we should never assume the necessity of any standard police tactic.
Oh, look, it's my favorite undercover cops. Look at these guys pretending like they work for someone else. They're both undercovers, both you guys. They always dress in these mechanic type stuff, but they're cops. These cops, both of them. I've ID'd these guys plenty of times.
These are plainclothes police officers in Los Angeles, and their behavior has come under fire in recent years as police reformers justifiably claim that they cause so much more damage than good. I mean, think about it. The presence of a uniformed officer alone is supposed to be enough to deter people from committing crime, right? So then the use of undercover officers totally subverts that fact, and there have been instances when these officers are in fact enticing people to commit crime so they can then arrest them. And in certain cases, these tactics can have deadly consequences. The Undercover Police Unit was dismantled in New York City in 2020 after its tactics were literally declared unconstitutional. This is the stop and frisk idea, wherein police officers often targeted people of color who they found merely suspicious based entirely off of racial stereotypes. Eric Garner was murdered by plainclothes officers, contributing to the fear of many living in certain communities that they should live in constant danger and fear. And now Mayor Eric Adams is bringing the unit back. And danger and fear isn't limited to the most extreme cases of violence. Take a look at this video where the cruelty of policing is on full display in another manner. This tactic just makes me so sad. To deter people without shelter from resting in a public space, cities across the country are reverting to such malicious, draconian methods like blasting terrible, painful sound to make it so that people cannot sleep. This has become the new normal as more and more people fall into homelessness, rather than local politicians swiftly working to house their constituents. The problem is escalating so much that gross tactics like this are being enforced nationwide. The criminalization of homelessness is a phenomenon that will not be looked at kindly by history because it doesn't have to be treated as a crime. With rents skyrocketing, housing inventory evaporating, and wages stagnant, we need a complete overhaul of our nation's housing policy to get it on par with other developed countries. 1 out of every 50 American children will experience homelessness in their lifetimes. In the United States, the richest country in the world, at the richest point in our history. Housing is safety. Shelter is safety. Policing tactics like undercover cops and blaring violent sounds certainly is not keeping us safe. Thank you so much for watching. You can follow me on all platforms at Caro Johnson 917.